In this video, we're going to demonstrate how to tie an arthroscopic knot using real suture. We're going to tie the same knot that we tied in the previous video using the rope. So the first thing is just to figure out how to get the suture around the mandrel in the workstation. So you want to load up your knot pusher and slide it through the central hole here, and if you pull back slightly, you can just kind of loop it around the mandrel and then pull back. Now what we want to do is establish which strand is going to be our loop limb and which strand is going to be our post limb. And so I'm going to establish the left side as my post because that's coming out on top, and typically when you're tying arthroscopic knots, it'll be the limb coming out of the tissue so that you achieve compression on top of the tissue with your post. So we're going to shorten up the post, and then I'm going to load my knot pusher onto the post. And I'm going to pinch it with these two fingers here to secure it, and then I'll stick my thumb into the knot pusher and make sure everything's lined up and that there's no tangles. And now we're going to go ahead and start tying our base knot. So the first thing we're going to do is just do our OK sign and make an underhand throw, and then I'm going to do another OK sign and another underhand throw. So this just creates a slip knot. And so now I'm not pulling tension on this because I don't want to lock the knot. I'm just going to slide the knot in, and this takes some practice and getting used to, by pulling on my post strand. And we're going to pull it directly down to the mandrel on the workstation, and then once it's down and I have a good tight loop around the mandrel, I'm going to pull back on my loop strand to achieve a little bit of friction in that knot. Now I'm going to just back up a little bit, and we're going to reverse our throw. So I'm going to throw an overhand, so that's the number 4 knot, and we're going to slide that on down, and I'm going to push that on my post directly down to the knot stack. And then once it's down to the knot stack, I'm going to pull really tight to create some more internal friction in that knot. Now notice both of those were around the same post. And so on this throw, we're going to switch posts. So I'm going to do an OK sign. It's still going around my knot pusher, and right now it's on the same post that it used to be on, but I'm going to pull differential tension and switch the post. So now if you look on the inside, you'll be able to see that that loop is around the post on the left side here. When you switch post, it's best to just pass point and drag the knot down to the knot stack. That avoids inadvertently switching the posts by, again, applying differential tension using your knot pusher. So I'm going to pull the knot down into the joint. Now we're going to back things up. I'm going to tie another half hitch around the original post using an overhand throw technique. And again, you can see that that is on the post in my right hand, which is the one the knot pusher is in. So I'm going to slide that directly down to the knot stack. I'm pushing that knot down, so it's pushing down to the knot stack, and then I'm pulling with my loop hand and not pass pointing or pulling it down in this case. Now I'm going to do the final knot, which is the OK sign. I'm going to switch my post with differential tension. Again, you can see the loop is around the post in the left, which is my original loop hand, and I'm pulling the knot in down to the mandrel and then tightening it. So that's our knot with our base knot backed up by 3 reversing half hitches on reversing posts. And the next thing that you would do would be to just remove the knot from the mandrel. It's good and tight on there, and then we'll take it over to the knot tester to go ahead and test.